Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's spring, my favourite time of the year, and well, I suppose it's not really technically spring, you know, going by the meteorological or maybe the official spring, which I think starts on the 21st of March. But I mean, it feels like spring, doesn't it? And to me, spring starts in March, and I think that's the same for most gardeners. I think most gardeners assume that spring starts nice and early, and there are some signs of spring as well. We've got one daffodil, two tulips. They're both having a little lie down. Don't know what's happened to them, but two tulips. Lots of things budding and starting to grow. It's really nice to see life again in the garden, colour, and just it's really exciting after not being outside for, I don't know, 5 months really, not in any enjoyable way anyway. It's nice to see, oh look, there's a second daffodil. It's nice to see, nice to sort of feel excited about getting out and getting your hands dirty again and enjoying the garden. Now with that excitement, I couldn't really contain myself. I've bought some plants. So this video is a bit of an unboxing video, and I guess you're wondering, well, you might be wondering, why am I watching this? But if you're not wondering that, then I expect you're wondering what's in the box. So let's have a look. Now this isn't my first unboxing video. Oh no, I've there's been one. I've done one before, and what I learnt in that one is that it's really difficult to do things one-handed. So you can see I've already cut the tape off, and B, I've got these boxes upside down. They haven't arrived to me, you know, by some miracle. On the other side is the address label. Now last time I did one of these, I accidentally filmed it the wrong way around and gave out my address, so I had to take the video down because I didn't want to be inundated with mega fans turning up at the address. So I had to take it down and re-edit it and put it back up again. But I haven't done that this time. Another sign of spring. This is a cherry tree. It doesn't look so good up in the sky. The contrast isn't right, but against the dark panels, the blossom looks really good actually. Just have to take my word for it for those bits up there. It does look really nice. Not particularly tropical, but I do like, as well as an evergreen tropical-ish backbone, I do like some little bit of seasonal interest, just so it's not exactly the same the whole year round. Back to the unboxing. So this is the first time I've bought from this person. His name is Will. He's on eBay under the name No Neck. So I don't know Will, I've not met Will, don't know if not he does have a neck. I assume he does, perhaps a short one. But I did mention to him that I have a YouTube channel, and that I would do an unboxing video. I have paid full price for these, there's no incentive or anything, but yeah, if you're watching Will, I'm looking at these for the first time. I haven't sort of been and had a look beforehand and then get the camera out. This is me going in for the first time actually. And what I wanted to get, you can see I've got multiple plants here, but what I wanted to buy was some Yucca Linearfolia. And the reason being, I love yuccas, I love cordylines. You can see I've had some nice cordylines. Had a load of them over there as well before, looked really good, but lost the top half anyway, a couple of winters ago now. And Yucca Linearfolia, I believe, is hardier than a cordyline. It has a more refined look, I would say. It's more elegant, finer leaves, bit of a blue tinge, and quite fast growing as well, I believe, for a yucca. It's one of the fastest ones. So really excited to finally own some. They're only seedlings. I bought 3 seedlings. So let's have a look. All right, I'm going in. Still just one-handed. Now this is right. Okay, no, this is going to be too difficult. I'm going to need 2 hands for this bit. Okay, so this is me looking in the box for the first time. Interesting, actually, the way it's been packaged. There's some bamboo canes which are the length of the box, more or less, which they're actually going into each pot. So each pot's got its own bamboo cane, and that, I guess, stops it from moving about inside the box. Quite clever, actually. Okay, let's take these out. Of course, I'm opening the wrong end, really, because the pot's down at this end, so I might have to actually open this end as well. Talk amongst yourselves whilst I'm doing this. And if you did want to buy any of these from Will or No Neck on eBay, too late, I'm afraid. I bought the last 3, so this isn't a recommendation. This isn't why don't you go and buy some of these. It's just what I fancied after a bit of research. But I was saying that I was amazed at how many plants, or seedlings really, Will has for sale. Okay, there's the first one. Looking alright. There's the second one. Slightly longer leaves on that one, I'd say. I imagine these are all sown at the same time. Down there. That's the least good of the 3, but yeah, really happy with these. I saw pictures of the plants before I bought them, so I knew what I was getting, and exactly what I was expecting. So my plans for these are to I don't know if they need potting up or not already. Probably not, to be honest. There's a couple of roots just starting to come out of the bottom of the pots, but later this year, maybe in a couple of months, I'll probably pop these into the next size up, keep them in pots for a little while. I'm unsure whether to put them in the greenhouse or keep them somewhere sheltered out of the way. I haven't decided that yet. I may split them up and see what does better and learn that way. But yeah, very happy with those. So, as I mentioned, Will, No Neck, has plenty of seedlings around this sort of size, maybe some bigger than this, on eBay, and I was amazed at the selection. And he combines postage. Obviously, it costs a bit more, but there's a good deal to be had from buying multiple plants. So I thought, whilst I'm spending, I think the postage was £11 maybe. Whilst I'm spending that, I might as well have a look around and see if there's anything else I fancy. And there was. So this, whilst these Yucca Linearfolias are a very sensible plant to buy, a long-term investment, because these cost me, I think, about £30 before postage. It's about £10 each. They will be worth a lot more than that even in a year or two. So I'm going to keep them, all being well, for a very long time. Whereas these plants, because actually Will sent 2, even though I only bought 1, very kindly. These plants, I don't know if you can see, Any guesses what they are yet? It's probably my all-time favourite palm tree. It's something that no one is growing outside in the UK successfully. And I'm not expecting, that's probably a bit close, I'm not expecting to break that trend. This isn't me sort of being sort of on the edge, growing on the edge of what's possible up here in Blackburn in Lancashire. This is just something that I really want to have, and I know it's not really sensible, and I know that they've been sent to me, and this is where they're going to die, unfortunately, but I want to try and keep them going as long as I possibly can. And you just never know, do you? I'm not madly experimental in gardening, as you can tell. They're all, most of my plants are fairly common. I'm not a plant collector. I just like my garden to look nice, and I know you're probably thinking, well, you need to try a bit harder then. But it will look better in a few months once we're into spring proper and summer. So let me take these out of the box. Bamboo canes again. Really like that idea. I think I can just reach in and grab these. Okay, here we are now. Still, no one will be able to guess what these are. I'll be amazed if someone knows. The reason Will sent me two was because he said one was slightly damaged. And looking at it, yes, very, very slightly. So this was a freebie, possibly because I have a YouTube channel, might be, or it could be that actually Will, just felt I bought a few plants. What's an extra one? He's got thousands of seedlings, I imagine. So it's just a good thing to do to keep the customer happy, I suppose. I spent probably 40 something pounds altogether. So yeah, really pleased. Now this is, I've never quite known how to pronounce the Latin name, but it is, or they are, foxtail palms. So you see these growing in the tropics. You see them in places like Singapore. They're actually really common in Florida at the moment. The last few years they've been the palm of choice for new landscaping projects at places like Disney and hotels and places like that. It's a solitary trunked palm with a really interesting feather style leaf. Whereas most, in fact, let me show you something. Okay, I'm looking for a feather palm. Here we go. So whereas most feather, or in fact virtually all feather leaved palms have like a pretty much two-dimensional leaf arrangement. There's a slight variation in the angles these are coming off, but they're pretty flat, pretty 2D. A foxtail palm, they're going off in absolutely all directions, and it gives the sort of a cylindrical appearance almost to the leaf arrangement. You definitely need to look it up if you haven't heard of it before. Foxtail palm, but unfortunately you can't really grow them successfully in the UK. I don't know of anyone who has one growing, even inside, to be honest, at long term. So the scientific name, the Latin name, is Woodietta bifurcata. No one calls it that. Some people call them Woodietta, and in fact this is the only Woodietta. I'm saying that completely wrong, sorry, correct me, please tell me how I should say it in the comments, but this is the only palm in this genus. It's a solitary genus. I think the terminology I'm using is correct. If not, apologies. But yeah, this is its first leaf, I assume, or is that could be on its second leaf actually. I think that's probably its second leaf. Yeah. And of course, the grass needs cutting. That's a sure sign of spring. So that's going to be a job for the weekend, possibly. It's annoying this time of year because you get certain bits like that. Sort of looks like I've buried someone there, doesn't it? But that's all where I put all the soil that we excavated for the paths and the foundations for the new patios and things. That's growing really fast, that grass. This is mostly moss, so nothing really growing there. But against the raised bed, again, it always grows really quick, right up against the bed. I'm not sure, maybe it's getting lots of water coming down. But to be honest, like, I don't know if you can hear this. Probably not. But it's really squelchy, and it, why is that? It hasn't been. The rest of the grass hasn't been starved of water through winter, so that one's a bit of a mystery. But yeah, that's all from me. Oh, actually, no, it's not. One piece of advice. Although it does feel like spring, and you can argue if it is or it isn't spring yet, the important thing to remember is that we can still, even when we are definitely in spring, we can still get very low temperatures. We can still get frosts right into April, if not May. And you definitely shouldn't be removing palm trees that are a little bit tender out of the greenhouse and into their summer location. Definitely shouldn't be doing that. And oh, here's a Baja Amata, which I moved out of the greenhouse a couple of weeks ago because there was a fence panel down, and my wife said, "Can't you just block that with that plant that always goes there?" So I suppose my advice would be do as I say, not what I do, because that would probably still be better off in the greenhouse where it's been most of the winter. But we like things to look nice, don't we? And I think it does look nice down there. Just changes that area completely, doesn't it? So yeah, do what you want then, I suppose. But that is all from me, so thank you very much for watching, if indeed you still are, and I'll see you next time.